Behind those cozy nights at home, thousands of employees at BP go to work every day. People producing more U.S. natural gas. People building grid-scale solar capacity. People turning landfill waste gas into pipeline-quality renewable natural gas. And people delivering all of that power where it's needed. They're part of the more than 300,000 jobs BP supports across the country. Learn more at bp.com/investing in America.
At Sierra, discover great deals on top brand workout gear, like high-quality bikes, which might lead to another discovery. Getting back on the saddle isn't always comfortable. Good news is Sierra has massage guns. And chafe wipes, too. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Fergal.
And we're from Movie Smash.
Comic book movies are having a golden age right now with the MCU.
Movies based on comics aren't necessarily a new thing, but they're a big thing.
Join us every other Tuesday on Movie Smash.
We explore these movies and find some hidden gems.
Every other week, we revisit some of the best.
And some of the worst movies based on comics or graphic novels.
Was Green Lantern as bad as you remember?
Heck no!
Is Time Cop the most accurate time travel movie ever created?
Absolutely.
Was Mystery Men way ahead of its time?
Should they be revisited? Should they be forgotten?
Join us on Movie Smash and find out. Listen wherever you find your fine podcasts.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the latest episode of All2ReelToo on this very merry holiday season. My name is Michael E. Cullen II, and with me, as always, is
Sesame. We finally get to say Merry Christmas again in America in Carta because, you know, famously, it's been forbidden. Gotta say Happy Holidays. Gotta do it.
I gotta break something to you. Some alerting news here that might get me in trouble. I've been saying Merry Christmas every year of my life.
Wait, we can do that?
Yeah, like people said it to me and I said it back.
So this whole time I've been saying Happy Holidays. I didn't need to.
I mean, you can say that. That's fine too, because that's not really offensive either.
No,
because you know there are other holidays around that season too.
It's true. One time I wished someone a Happy Hanukkah and nobody exploded or died or whatever. So that was kind of cool. Oh yeah.
Well, just try doing it to a Christian person, though.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah. Oh my God. Yep.
I remember working in retail. I did have one time when I was working, and I said Happy Holidays to somebody, and they said it's Merry Christmas, and I just responded. I said, "Well, Happy Holidays to you, sir."
They're like, no.
They're like,
no.
Then they looked at me and gave me a dirty look, like it's Merry Christmas, and I was like, Happy Holidays. I said it again.
I was saying Happy Holidays. Happy Holidays.
Yeah. I was getting ready though, because like if they came back at me, I was gonna like just wish them a Happy Kwanzaa or Happy Hanukkah or something, you know, some other holiday.
I got some Kwanzaa, boy. Yeah. Oh boy. But,
yeah.
Yep.
Should have said, well, Merry Holidays to you. No.
There you go. Or Happy Christmas, what the British people say. So
yeah,
you do that. Which I always thought that was kind of cool, saying Happy Christmas. I don't know.
Why is it that Christmas is the only holiday we say Merry with?
I know.
And
it just seems.
And it has nothing to do with Merry. It's Merry, you know. So it's like, don't understand that. We don't say like Merry Easter or, you know, Merry Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Right.
You're right.
No, you're right.
I mean, Happy Halloween, I would never change because you got the alliteration there, so it works well. But but why? I mean, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm just gonna start saying Merry Easter or something when I'm over at my family's house for Easter. You know,
just start doing it. Yeah,
they'll look at me weird. I remember when I was in high school, I went to New York City for the ball dropping on New Year's. And after it dropped and we were walking back to our hotel, me and a few of my friends are walking. We were just like on a like natural high from being there and stuff. And we're walking around and we're wishing everybody like Happy Arbor Day, happy,
Happy Arbor Day.
Happy Groundhog Day, just every holiday besides Happy
New Year's.
Yeah. People were looking at us and just being like, same to you. Because everybody's like drunk.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will point this out that when I was in high school, 4 high school students, most of whom were underage, are just walking freely in New York City back to our hotel.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a different time.
Yeah. Anyways, today on the show, folks, we are covering another very special episode of a TV series that is quote unquote a Christmas episode. The TV series we are covering is the television series Farscape, which both Sesame and I are not really that familiar with, but we decided to cover the Christmas themed episode of the show. If we get anything wrong about this, don't blame us. We're not like Farscapers or Farscapians.
Farscapers.
I don't know what they call their fans.
I don't know either. Scapers? I don't know.
The Farscapites, the Farscapies, the Far, I don't know. Anyway, so this episode is season 4, which is the last season of the series, episode 13, called Terra Firma, and this originally aired on January 6th, 2003. Even though it's a Christmas episode, it aired like a couple weeks later, or a week later or so. It was directed by Peter Andrakidis. I apologize if I'm getting his name wrong. Written by Rockne Sobanen and Richard Manning. It stars Ben Browder as John Crichton, Claudia Black as Aaron's son, Anthony Simcoe as Ka Dargo. Again, I apologize if I'm messing up any of this. Gigi Edgley as Chiana, Wayne Pegram as Scorpius, Rayleigh Hill as as somebody. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this name. Melissa Jasper as Uda Noranti something. We've got Kent McCord as Jack Crichton, the dad of John Crichton. Got Erica Haynitz as Carolyn Wallace. We've got Rebecca Riggs as Commandant Melly Owen Graza. I don't know. Okay, anyways, we've got people in this. We got people in this show who have names.
Yeah.
Sarah Enright as Olivia Crichton. I can say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's people in this.
There's people.
And you Scapians can let us know, you Homo Sapien.
Homo Sapiens, I like that. That should be their fan base, the Homo Sapiens.
Oh boy. Yeah, so it's really fun, and I hope not offensive to people to be reviewing a show in the science fiction genre that I don't know anything about. Like if this was like Star Trek or Star Wars, I would know all about it. But this is, or
I don't know,
or Slider.
Or Slider. That's a good one.
That was one of my favorite shows. Anyways, I still need to find. So that show, the thing that's annoying about it, I have every season except for the last season on DVD, and the last season they never produced in the United States. I can buy the whole series over again and have the last season, but I can't buy just the last season.
Okay,
I think you can get it, but I think it was like a limited production or something, and it ends up costing more than to buy the whole series. But I like the cases for the ones I have, and I wanted to have this other case would kind of match them, but I don't know. Eventually I might just break down and buy the whole series. Yeah, that's just, a physical media collecting nerd complaint here. I hate it when they release like one season of a series or all the seasons but one or something. It's just so annoying. So if anybody can help me out with that and they happen to have it and want to get rid of it, just let me know. It's Mike@cullenpark.com. Also, check out our website, All2ReelToo.com as well for any kind of links and you want to talk to us about your Homo Sapien beliefs or anything. Your theories, your deep dives into Farscape. I don't know.
That we have no idea about. Yeah.
So the Internet Movie Database synopsis for this episode is Crichton has arrived home on Earth, even though the Moya crew relaxes on Earth and are treated as VIPs. Crichton can't seem to adjust to life on Earth. After all his adventures, can he still call Earth his home? ? Yeah. So,
Ooh, yeah.
So, Yeah. What's your initial reactions to this episode?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Some of the CGI was, very dated, but still kind of cool. I liked it. I thought it passed the threshold of a Christmas episode. I mean, because you got, not just decorations, but you got the people, spending together as a family. You got the exchanging of gifts. You got all this stuff going on.
Can you believe I heard somebody in there say Merry Christmas?
Okay, well then there you go. So
people allowed to say it in the early 2000s.
Yeah, wait a minute. That's right. So, well, then again, George W. Bush was president back then. I guess whatever Republican's president, you can say Merry Christmas, and then when a Democrat wins, you go back to the law saying you can't say Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah,
so
thanks, Obama.
Right now we can't say Merry Christmas because Biden's still president. But come January 20th, 2025, then we could then say Merry. I think that's how.
You know what I'm gonna do? Just because we can, I'm gonna say Merry Christmas every day.
All right, and go ahead, do it. See what happens.
That's just how I'll greet people. I'll greet people. They'll be like, "Hi, Mike," and I'll be like, "Merry Christmas."
It's not Christmas yet. I don't care. Merry Christmas.
It's July 4th, Mike. Why are you saying Merry Christmas? I don't know.
You should start saying it all year round, like literally every day, or just say Merry Christmas.
It could be the new aloha, like instead of which means hello or goodbye. I'm just going to say Merry Christmas instead.
Or
it's like Salam Alaikum or something, It
is like Salam Alaikum, yeah. And then or like you could do a reverse thing where when it is actually Christmas, you could say Happy 4th of July and say Christmas and Merry Christmas on 4th of July or in July or summer, all together. Yeah. And anyway, so it was a good episode. I liked it. I don't know much about the show. I do know a little bit about it, but I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, I know the bare bones of the show a little bit, what I've read here and there, but I don't know the characters too well or anything. So I was a little lost here and there, but not too bad. But I mean, I gathered from what I saw in this that these people were in space. This guy was in space for a while with aliens and stuff, and now he came back home. So speaking of that, what does happen in this episode here, Sesame?
Oh yeah, so John Crichton, he's the astronaut dude. And he ends up discovering all these cool aliens, in the earlier seasons, obviously, and I guess his mission originally was to find like other life, I guess, outside in space, come up with some fine technology or whatever. But then he ends up going home years, I guess, apparently after finding this. I guess he just didn't feel like going home yet, or maybe he thought he couldn't because maybe he did mention something about how he's actually putting Earth in danger by him even showing up. So I guess there's some kind of thing where their enemies are kind of tracking them a little bit, which we do actually find out.
They opened a wormhole, and I guess if the enemies are tracking them, they can come to Earth via that wormhole as well. So.
Oh yeah, so that's what's going on. So that actually does happen within the episode, and yeah, he's writing like in his diary. He's pretty much he's not really comfortable being back on Earth because he kind of created his whole new family outside in space, and that that's his people now. And so all the Earthlings want him to stay, and there's this whole subplot where he wants to share all the alien technology with all the governments of the world, but his dad wants to only make it so Americans can have access to the technology and knowledge. And so there's this kind of argument between father and son within the episode that's kind of like a plot to it. You kind of have a C plot as well where I don't know these characters' names, but there's the woman who apparently her species are connected to humans, but they're not 100% human, and I guess they have like a relationship kind of together, but there's really nothing like official with it. But she's kind of wants to be a real relationship. I don't know her character. I don't know her name, but
the one that wants it to be that's Aaron.
And so because at one point he's like, hey, tells his dad, hey, you could go on the spaceship and go and see whatever you like. And so she takes him kind of near like the rings of Saturn, and she was she was telling what's his name, James, what's his dad's name, James Crichton? Jack Crichton. She was telling him that John had speculated that their species might related, and he's like, oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, what do you mean you wouldn't be surprised? She literally looks like what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, she has all the parts, it's like obviously for all intents and purposes she's human, and this girl named Chelsea. I guess that was like a girlfriend of his. I think that's her name, Chelsea.
Yeah, and it seems like they were having kind of a casual relationship more than anything else.
Yeah, and so Aaron kind of gets jealous when she sees them kissing, and John's kind of preoccupied with making the decision of whether or not should he stay or should he go, type of thing. And they should have done that in the episode. They should have like broke into song like, should I stay, I go.
Yeah, it should have been a musical episode.
They should do it. They should have done. Yeah, they should have done the Farscape, a Farscapian, the Homoscapian music. I don't know. And,
Homoscapian musical.
Yes. And oh god. So what else happened? Basically, so there's like this cool silver looking woman who's got like silver skin, and she's hanging out. She's really liking on Earth for a while, like as a vacation. Two of the other people are like gorged on snack.
Yeah, she's what's her name? She's Chiana, I want to say. Chiana. Yeah.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's having a good time. Just this weird looking dude is eating like all kinds of hamburgers. He seems like he's having a good time. There's this woman with red hair. I don't know. It seemed like she was like double crossing them, but I don't really know enough about the show to know like what's going on with that.
She's the one that I can't pronounce the name of. It's the first. She's got a really long name. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names, and the first one is Sikozu.
Okay.
Which looks like a car company name to me. But anyway, I don't know.
I like how anyone listening to this is gonna have no idea what we're talking about. I probably should have learned these people's names before. I didn't really think about it until now. I was like, wait a minute, I don't actually know any of these characters' names.
I'm like, is that Suzuki? I mean, no, it's joking. It's Sikozu. Something. Yeah, I don't know.
She looks like she's either betraying them or she's sent to the bad guys to make it look like she's on their side. I think that's what it is, because they did mention that she left to go on to Moya to talk to someone. So I think she might double crossing, but she's double crossing the bad guys, not our fellow homos.
No.
And they send like this like green lizardture who like spy on them, I guess, on Earth, going through the wormhole.
Yeah, there's a character named where is her name? I just had it a second ago and then I scrolled past it. There's a Graza. And then she sends there's like a mantis like hunter named Screeth.
It's right.
Screeth.
Yes.
Little known fact, it was Dustin Diamond in this. I'm joking. No.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, he did a voice. Wow.
By the way, the show is a co-production between the United States and Australia, and it was filmed in Australia. So So there were times like the woman who plays his Earth girlfriend, she's doing a pretty good American accent, but I heard Australian slipping in there when she was doing it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the actress has to be. Actually, she was born in Papua New Guinea, which isn't that. So but yeah, she slipped in and out of her American accent a couple times, but not she's doing a lot better than I could do to stay into an Australian accent or something or whatever, So
so the Screeth dude, he's communicating via like this headset thing that this woman puts on this guy's forehead, and then he is talking as Screeth, I guess, or something like that, telling her like what's going on, on Earth, like, what they're up to, what John is up to, what the Americans are learning about their super interesting technology that nobody knows with. And he also kills 2 of John's best friends that he grew up with, and he was home for like 1 day. So that's great. And so kind of proves John's point that maybe I shouldn't come to Earth because people are gonna jur, and then my 2 friends get killed. So
that's why I've never traveled too far from anybody I care about. Because I'm afraid that if I do, then I come back, they're gonna just kill somebody.
Screeth is gonna show up like scaly green, bite you, or
got really worried when I traveled to California and I came back, and I was just worried that some alien was gonna get on the plane and come back in here and like kill you or something.
Right. You got to look out for that stuff. And they have like this Christmas party kind of thing, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. That's the other weird thing too. It seems like he didn't even know that his friends were killed. They never even mentioned it in the episode. So this whole time, John
It's like,
probably just went back into space, not knowing that they were killed.
I mean, two of his like friends on the ship found the bodies.
Oh, right, but they never said anything.
Yeah, like Shiana and Cadargo or whatever his name is. They found the bodies, but in the episode they never told John about it. So maybe in the next episode they're back up on the ship and off of Earth, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way,
Sorry, forgot to
tell you that guy and girl you liked, they're dead."
Maybe they'll just keep that from him, so like he has no idea now. So he's just like, "Yay, going back to space, everything's great now." And then they're like, "Yeah, everything is great. Don't come back home and ask anything about what happened to so and so." And like, and then everything's perfect.
Comes back a year or two later, and it's like, where are they?
So they have to hire like actors to like look like them, and just like to play the ruse, or like do the ruse without whatever I say. But like,
I often wondered if that happened in my life. Like they just hired people. Have you ever heard about that? There's there's a psychological condition where people think that everybody in their lives are replaced by actors.
No,
there is an actual thing. They think they're replaced by actors or like clones or something like that are not the real people. Like, you know, people will wake up one day and be like, "That's not my wife," or "That's not my dad," or whatever. You know, they're just like,
no, I never heard of that.
Yeah,
that's interesting. There's like an actual word for it, like an actual condition.
I can't remember what it is, but I was like, I listened to a podcast where they were talking about interesting, like disorders or psychological disorders, I guess you could call them, that people have, like that. Like they're talking about that, and like how sometimes people will just wake up randomly speaking. They're like, one day they can wake up and they randomly have a French accent that they've never had before.
Oh right, yeah, I've heard of stuff like that.
Yeah, but like this is another one that's like really bad, like where they literally think all the people in their lives have been replaced by duplicates that are not the real people. Yeah,
it's like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of.
Yeah,
that's a weird movie. Not as weird as this, but no, actually a lot weirder in this.
Yeah.
So like basically, I mean, what else really happens in this episode? I mean, not really a whole lot happens. I mean,
basically, like the main thrust of it is the it's like Jack the dad and John the son kind of have these, like, you know, different points of view about things here and there. Like they're both stubborn people, and John is under the impression, which is a good thing, that like, you know, this technology should be shared with the whole world, not just the United States. Whereas his dad thinks that mainly they bring it up because this is like a couple years after 9/11, and he says because of 9/11 that you know, we shouldn't share this technology with other people because they could use it against us. So yeah.
Like, what changed?
Yeah. But I mean, by the end, his dad comes around to the other point of view and seeing what his son did, and he's in charge of like deciding this stuff. He works at NASA and stuff, and he basically says, "Yo, we got to share this with everybody. My son's opened up my eyes to this," and you know, so
yeah, my son's correct. Okay, bitch.
Yeah.
So we're sharing this with the world.
So fuck you if you don't agree. Hey, that was a really intense scene. No, I'm joking.
Very intense. That was the cut. They didn't use that one. That was the super cut. But that's the other thing too. Does he even know about 9/11? Because he said September 11th, 2001, but does he even know what that means? Like, John, like,
I'm assuming somebody like off screen like caught him up on some of the major events that happened in the world since he left, because he was only gone for like, you know, 4 years or something. So it's like,
so yeah, but that would have been like 1999 is when he left.
Yeah, So I'm sure that they're like, you know, they'd be like, yeah, George W. Bush is president. We had this thing called 9/11, you know, there's some war going on in the Middle East. Stuff like that, you know. So
we're just wondering too if he had no at the end, he's like September 11th, 2001. He's just like, okay, like why is that in particular date? You're like, yeah, I just decided that day.
Wait, is that cousin Larry's birthday? Like, what am I supposed to know about this here? No.
Like, you know, I was having breakfast, I was drinking my coffee, and I was like, you know, I just don't think we should share technology with other countries. He's like, I don't know. It just felt weird about it. You know, it's like, I don't know. I think we should just, for us. Like,
yeah. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, it was an interesting episode. I thought it it kind of makes me want to, after I'm done binging some of the other shows I'm binging, maybe I'll go back and try to watch this show.
Yeah, me too.
At the time when it came out, I was like in this like phase where I was really into Star Trek, and like anything that was somewhat similar, I didn't want to have any interest in because it would confuse me, if that made sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
like I never watched like Babylon 5 or like Battlestar Galactica or any of these other ones. I mean, I know they're all different in their own ways, but I'm just saying that are similar things that take place on spaceships and space, so yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I
yeah.
Yipper.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Any other thoughts about this episode?
No, not really. Like I said, maybe sometime in the future we could revisit it when we actually know about these characters and like their names. And
I would really appreciate anybody that's listening that's a fan of Farscape to please write us, some comments, send me messages at mike@cullenpark.com, go to our website, all2ReelToo.com. You can, send us information there on any of our social media links. It's just like, let us know what we're missing here and why you like the show and why I should give it a chance and watch the whole series. That'd be good to do. Also, while you're on the internet, share the episode with your friends, and I don't know if this is going to air before or after Christmas, but I hope you have a happy holiday season. One other thing, this is going to air weeks after this happened, but a good friend of mine named Mark Klein, who I directed in a few films and also acted in some films with and was really good friends with, really good actor, has passed away. I'm going to put a link. They may have already raised their funds by this to a GoFundMe in our show notes to help out his family with funeral expenses. He was only 51 years old, so he was really young to die, but he was the life of the party. He was always happy. Anybody he met was his friend. Like, he was that type of guy that, if you were in a room, if there was a room of like 400 people, by the end of the night, Mark knew everybody in that room, that sort of thing. So yeah, it was just how he was and who he was. And it's sad to see somebody with such life lose theirs so early, So yeah, it's, he passed away from natural causes. Unsure at this moment what exactly that was, but yeah, there's no foul play or anything, but it's just sad. So yeah, on that happy note, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be good to each other. Just remember that I love you. You're allowed to say Merry Christmas. All of you Homo sapiens are allowed to, all across the universe. Sesame loves you. Mm-hmm. Fight the Christo-fascists. Fight the Christo-fascists. Right.
Oh, God,
that's hard to say. Christo-fascist. Christo-fascist patriarchy. Trans lives are human lives. Free Palestine. And until next time, bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to All2ReelToo podcast, a Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.